My name is Pastor Blessings Nyasulu, the director of El-Shaddaih Orphanage, which is located in Salima, in the country of Malawi, in Africa. I began the ministry in 2008, and I'm taking care of 82 orphans right now. I'll be coming to the US. I would like also to visit some other churches who are open for me to share my testimony of heaven and hell. And I'm looking forward to fellowship with you, to visit you, and to be blessed together.
Pastor Blessings, welcome to Central Church.
Thank you.
You have about 86 kids at the orphanage today, correct?
Yeah.
And I understand you have about 200 on the waiting list?
Yes.
So, and the reason why you don't let the other 200 in is that you just don't have enough budget to feed and clothe and shelter them.
Correct.
Correct? Okay. And so, but I know that you've been fast growing already. You started, when we started talking to you a couple years ago, of having 38 kids. And then when we took the mission trip to the orphanage last year, you were at 70. Now you're at 86. Your orphanage is Christian-based, is it not?
Yes, it's Christian-based.
So it's all about Jesus for you.
All about Jesus.
Sure. Mm-hmm. And how do you educate the kids about Jesus?
I do have programs like early in the morning. They have prayers inside the church. And when they go to school, after that we have got program where we'll be teaching them about the Bible. And then the children will be asking questions, and then I go down, deep down, and explain more so that each child understands.
So am I to understand that the kids go to church right on the compound every day, every morning?
Yeah, they do go to church every day, every morning, and at night.
Every night too?
Every night.
So, and they worship and pray 14 times a week at least?
Yes, sometimes more than that.
Sometimes more than that. I did a little research on Malawi before I came over there last summer, and I understand Malawi is a very poor country. Mm-hmm. There's several orphanages right in the same town that you're in, right? Mm-hmm. So, tell me about why there's such a great need for orphanages in Malawi. What is it? I understand there's some malaria and some AIDS and stuff like that. Is that one of the issues you deal with?
Yeah, those are the main of issues we deal with, and a lot of the children I have is their parents died because of HIV/AIDS.
The parents died, so they needed a place to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. And so one of the things I know we worked on when I was over there last summer is setting up a dispensary or an exam room where a doctor can come on premises and actually treat the children right there and have a store of medicines and have the equipment that he needs in order to make the kids healthy without having to take them all to the hospital or to the clinic, right? And so, but we need some funding to help build that building.
Yeah, we need a lot of funding to build that building.
Yeah.
And it's so important to us to have a clinic at the orphanage, and it is required.
Yeah.
The government of Malawi also requested that the orphanage is supposed to have a clinic.
The government has asked you to get a clinic right on premises.
On the constitution, for you to be allowed to run an orphanage, you have to assure them that in one way or the other you have a clinic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay. And we met with a doctor while I was there, and she agreed to come on premises as long as we could set up a place for her to meet the kids and treat them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know that you've done a little bit of mission work in the community and teaching the kids how to serve others. So, and tell me a little bit about the jail and the hospital and so forth.
Yeah, I have taught the children to go and reach out to the poor and to the needy and to those who are like of Christ. Like they could go to jail, they could cook food from the orphanage, and then we could go and eat together with the prisoners. And then we share the love of Christ, and we share the love that God has shown us to be closer, to be together as one body in Christ Jesus. And also every Sunday they go to the hospital. Sometimes I don't even go with them. They will just go there and clean up the hospital, and they will also pray for the sick. We have had testimony coming from the church that the children prayed for us and the Lord touched us. So God has used the children in a mighty way that even myself, I see the hand of God upon those children.
And you've even had some of the criminals in jail come to Christ as a result of your ministry there. And I know, I saw the letter you got from the police chief thanking you for your ministry there and vouching for your efforts on behalf of the jail. The people in the jail don't get any food unless someone from the outside brings the food to them.
Sure.
And so you've been helpful in that regard.
Yeah, the little we get, we make sure we share with the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and we are thankful to God that God is using us in such a way that we are able to reach some of the brothers and sisters, and through that they are coming to Christ and they accept Jesus to be their Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
And we are also so thankful that even the community, the authorities has taken note of how Jesus is working in us.
Okay. So I also understand that your a local farmer gave you a boar and 2 sows to start a pig herd, and that's been growing and doing well. So now you're needing a bigger building to house the pigs. And so that's one of the ways you grow food and you make money by selling the pigs.
Yeah, we sell the pigs and then we'll buy corn, maize to feed the children, and we'll send some to school to pay the school fees, because some are in secondary school and some are in the university.
Okay. And in Malawi, the children have to pay for their grade school, high school, and college?
Yeah, the government doesn't give any.
They don't give any education?
No, you have to pay it in advance. If you don't have money, then there is no education for you. That's why a lot of orphans, when they are coming there, they will be out of school maybe for years because they didn't have anyone to pay for their school fees.
Okay. And when you and I sat down a couple days ago and we did a budget for the orphanage, and we discovered that it takes about $800, maybe $840 to take care of one child per year, including schooling and food, clothing, shelter, health care, and all of those things.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. And for the orphanage as a whole, it takes about $6,000 a month to, in a sense, break even and take care of the needs of 86 children.
Yeah.
Yeah, about $72,000 a year. And we're not getting there yet, are we? We need some help.
Sure.
Yeah.
We need God's intervention, and we need God to speak to the hearts of people who are open to come up there to partner with Central Church, to partner with us, and each and every support that they can give, it makes a huge difference to us.
It sure does. One of the reasons our church sent a delegation last year, because we were the first missionaries to come to the orphanage.
Yes, we have never had some people coming from outside the country, even within Malawi, to come and visit us. So it has been a blessing, and it's a huge miracle that God could use someone from far and a church from far like Central Church to come visit us.
Yeah. Well, one of the reasons why the 3 of us came last year is that the church wanted to verify that Jesus is in charge of the orphanage. And we found out by your testimony and by the fruit that's being generated there that Jesus Christ is in charge. That's important to us. We want to make sure that we're good stewards of our money and that you're good stewards of the money that's given to you. We found out that Pastor Blessings is a fierce negotiator when it comes to buying food and supplies for the orphanage, because you have to be. And that there's just an amazing thing going on there. Miracles are being performed through you and the orphanage. And I just want to thank you. And we're happy to be a partner. So Deb, you were able to make the trip to Malawi to the mission at El-Shaddaih Orphanage. Tell me, what was the one main thing you came away from that trip with?
I was amazed. I think I just felt so much love and respect there within the children, with Pastor Blessings, the amount of caring for each other. It just amazed me that they are one whole family, that no matter who you come in, as we came in, we were just part of that family immediately.
What did you notice in spending 8 days there? What did you notice about the needs of the orphanage?
I think a lot of the kids, I really recognized the fact how they wanted to learn. They wanted to listen to anything that we could tell them or teach them. They were very willing to help or learn things from us and participate in the things that we tried to teach them in the construction or in helping them grow. And the other thing I found out was that I grew a lot and learned a lot from them. It was great.
You remind me of that first day when we were there. We were going to hang some mirrors and pictures and so forth, and when I asked one of the boys to get me a hammer and some nails and a screwdriver and some screws, he said, "We don't have a hammer and we don't have a screwdriver." They had nothing. And what was interesting about that issue is that I was thinking on the way over there about 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. I was going to teach the kids about what it says about God's will for us, in that we should always be joyful, always be prayerful, and always be thankful. And what occurred to me throughout that week is that, my goodness, they're already there. Even the little guys are already thankful, joyful, and prayerful. Did you see the same thing?
Oh yes, and that was really obvious at church. You know, even the little ones, you might think, well, they're just following the big ones, but no, their heart was in it. When they praised God and when they were thankful, their heart was in it, and they were just, it was truly, definitely felt and seen.
Now, we knew when we got there that they were washing their clothes on a flat rock. And so tell about how you fixed that for them.
Well, Natalie had showed me this kind of makeshift washing machine out of a 50-gallon plastic drum. And so together we all did that. I let them run the tools as much as I could, but together we took that plastic drum that they had in their shed and we brought it out with 2x4s, and we ended up making a tumbling washing machine for them. And so when it was time to get that started, oh, they were ready. The water was added, they ran and they got the clothes, and they were all ready to go.
Thanks, Deb.
Sani komere, anadi aruna pasa.